Reversion and renewal in all human areas. The metamorphosis of human beings. Revealed through Jesus Christ from 1884 to 1950. Thus saith the Lord. I am prophesying a new world for you, and a humanity made spiritual. And again, when this word is known, it will not be believed. Generations and generations shall pass. The arrogance of men shall unleash tempests and floods, pests and plagues, and the cry of humanity shall move the heavens. Yet, after all this, the new inhabitants shall begin a life of reflection and spirituality, making use of the immense body of experience that past generations have left to them, and the divine seed shall begin to germinate. In each spirit exists a germ of the divine, for it sprang from me. And just as your children inherit the looks or the characteristics of their parents, the spirits too shall in the end reveal that which they have inherited from their celestial Father, which is love. After the new flood, the rainbow shall shine as a symbol of peace, and a new pact man will make spiritually with its Lord. You should expect the struggle to be great, for all of you shall need to fight against the dragon of evil, whose weapons are ambition, hatred, earthly power, lust, vanity, selfishness, lies, idolatry, and fanaticism. All being the forces of evil, born of the human heart, and against which you must fight with great courage and faith until you have defeated them. When the dragon of your passions has been killed by your arms of light, a new world shall appear to men, a new world, being the same one, but which shall seem more beautiful. For men will then know how to take it for their good and their progress, endowing each of their works with the ideal of spirituality. Hearts shall be ennobled, the minds shall have light, and the spirit will know how to manifest its presence. All that is good shall prosper, and all that is elevated shall serve as the seed for human works. Man has descended deep into an abyss, and even to there the conscience has accompanied him, waiting for the propitious moment to be heard. Soon that voice shall be heard in the world with such a great force that you cannot imagine now. But it will make mankind come out of their abyss of pride, materialism, and sin, to be cleansed in the waters of repentance and begin to elevate themselves toward the path of spirituality. I will help all my children, because I am the resurrection and the life who comes to lift the dead from their tombs. In this existence that I now come to offer mankind, men will abide by my will, renouncing their freedom of will through love, persuaded by the fact that he who abides by the will of the Father is not a servant, nor a slave, but a true son of God. Then you will know a true happiness and a perfect peace, which are the fruit of love and wisdom. I tell you that in this, the third era, though it seems impossible to you, the regeneration and salvation of humanity shall not be difficult, for the task of redemption is a divine work. My love shall be that which returns men to the road of light and truth, my love subtly entering each heart, caressing each spirit, manifesting itself through each conscience, shall transform the hardest rocks into sensitive hearts. It shall make spiritualized beings of materialistic men, and of hardened sinners men of righteousness, peace, and goodwill. I speak to you in this way because none know better than I the evolution of your spirits. And humanity, in spite of its great materialism, its love for the world, and its passions developed to the greatest depths of sin, only in appearance lives clinging to the flesh and material life. I know that when it feels in its spirit the affectionate touch of my love, it shall come to me, ready to quit itself of its burden, and follow me on the road of truth that, without realizing, it intensely wishes to travel. Be alert, and you shall be the witnesses of the conversion of those who have ignored me, just as you shall see the return of those who have parted from the path of truth. Men of science, who have dedicated their lives to seeking tools and strength for destruction, upon feeling their judgment approach, shall turn to the path of truth to consecrate their last days to the moral and material reconstruction of the world. Others, who, in their pride, had tried to occupy my place among the spirits, shall descend from their thrones to imitate me among humanity. And those men, who at one time agitated among the people promoting wars, shall come to see their errors and anxiously seek peace between men. When my light has penetrated all hearts, and the men who lead the peoples, those who teach, and all those who fulfill the most important missions, let themselves be guided and inspired by the higher light that is the conscience. Then, indeed, can you have hope for one another. Then can you have faith in your brothers, for my light will be in all, and in my light is my presence and the justice of my love. My teaching shall be heard again by humanity. However, it will not be because my law has returned to humanity. It has always been written in their consciences. It shall be because men have returned to the path of the law. This world shall be like the prodigal son of my parable, and like him it shall find its father in his place, waiting to embrace him with love and seat him to sup at his table. The hour for the return of humanity to me has not yet come. They conserve yet a part of their inheritance, which they will have to squander in feasting and pleasures, until they find themselves naked, hungry, and sick, before they then raise their gaze to the Father. It is necessary to concede to those men ambitious for earthly things some moments more for their disillusion to be complete, so they may finally convince themselves that the gold, the power, the titles, and the pleasures of the flesh will never give them peace, or the well-being of the spirit. The hour of the examination of humanity in the light of the conscience approaches. There shall stand the wise, the theologians, the scientists, the powerful, the rich, and the judges, asking themselves with what spiritual, moral, or material fruit they have gathered they can feed mankind. From that instant, many shall return to me, recognizing that in spite of the glory they had on earth, they lacked something to fill the emptiness into which their spirits, which can only be sustained with the fruits of the spiritual life, had fallen. From the men of today, lacking in spirituality and love, I shall make spring the generations often prophesied by my word. But first, I shall prepare these people, who today ignore, and who make war and destroy each other. And when the action of my justice has passed over all, and the weeds have been uprooted, a new humanity shall arise, no longer bearing the seeds of discord, hatred, and envy in their blood, for the blood of their fathers will have been purified in the crucible of pain and repentance. I shall receive them and tell them as I did in the second era. Ask, ask, and ye shall be given. Yet now I will add, know how to ask.